Guys, today we'll be installing my Industry 9. I got an Industry 9 3/18 stem on turquoise 30mm length. I'll be installing this on my Ragley Big, my 29er hardtail. I got this from Competitive Cycling using a discount code from Burn Peak Express. These are made in the US. Very good quality, very good color. I believe they're anodized. Color really pops, and I think it's gonna match beautifully with the Ragley. Handmade in Asheville, North Carolina. What else comes in here? Product registration. An installation guide. So without further delay, let's get started installing the stem, Ragley Big out. Okay, so today we'll be changing the stem from my Ragley, or my Big out. This is, I believe, a 60mm stem. It's a Ragley in-house brand. It's not a bad stem. I just don't like the way it looks in contrast with the rest of the bike. And I did get a shorter stem. This is a 30mm stem. I got a shorter stem instead of this one. I feel like with the shorter stem, I should have a little more twitchy front end, a little more responsive. It won't be such wide turns. It's gonna be more responsive, and I'm looking for that from my bike. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Remember, every time you're changing a part, do some cleanup and some greasing. For the removal of the stem, you're gonna need a 4mm to remove the bolts for the bar, and for the steering tube, and a 5. You need a 5 to remove the top cap. Okay? I'm gonna start by removing the handlebar. Next, I'm gonna remove the top while holding the fork. You don't want the fork to fall off. This is where you want to hold your fork. As you remove these, as you loosen them up, they're gonna want to fall off. One. And it's about to come off. Yeah. So, whole stem comes off. It's a 31.8. The 50mm stem. I'll put that down. I'm very generous with the grease, guys. It's metal and metal contact. You're always gonna want to have some grease. I'm ready for my stem. That slides just right in. Put it in there. Get my fork, my number 4. Start torquing it a little bit. And the quality of this stem is great. I didn't get a chance to weigh it, but it's a lot lighter than my other stem. We'll see if I need any spacers. And yes, it seems like I do. So I ended up adding a 3mm spacer to the setup. Instead of cutting the fork, I add a little spacer to it. And loosen this up a little bit. So, make sure everything's lined up and time this up. Of course, we torque this to spec. Right now, I just want to tighten it up so I can get it on the ground and line everything up. Sorry about the noise in the background. Family's having dinner. I'm gonna join them soon. So that's on there. Bring that up. Put this up. Just tight. I gotta remove the front plate. Apply a little grease in here and in here. I think greasy just a little bit. Okay, that's been greased. Put that back on there. You have your parts on right. So next thing you want to do is center your bars. That's pretty spot on right there. And tighten it. Just want to do hand tight, because remember, we gotta torque spec this. I ended up using a 10mm. I took out the 8. So I took out the 3, put a 10, and it fits perfectly. I didn't have to cut the steering tube for the fork. I'm gonna get it torqued, and then I'll see how it handles. So now it's torqued to spec. Let me get it down on the ground.